mound. Henderson in the batter's box. These are two of the preeminent.
Durham at second base to retire Vavra.
All right, so here is Gunnar Henderson. And the shortstop checks his swing at the first pitch. Takes three-hitter in the lineup in that American League Futures game. A game that was won by the AL 6-4. And Bradley went the opening inning through 21 pitches, gave up a hit, walked one, no runs, and gets an empty cut. And Bradley ready to go. And the right-hander comes home and finds the outside edge on a slider. 1-2-3. Here's the 1-2 from Bradley. Fastball powers through the outer third at 96. And down goes Gunnar Henderson.
They're looking.
All right, 2 outs. Here's Kyle Stowers. Cleanup hitting right fielder for the Tides. And Bradley's opening pitch outside, ball 1. Bradley in his debut. Talking to Brian Reith, Bulls pitching coach, after the game last night about what to expect. Swinging a foul by Stowers. 1-1 on the Tides right fielder. In the winds, about 10 to 14 miles an hour toward the left field corner. Stowers. 2 strikes. Bradley ready. And the pitch on Stowers is golfed back against the screen. Went down for a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Ball game just underway. Top of the first inning, 2 outs. Stowers homer last night, had a double, drove in 3. And waits on the 1-2. Here it is, and a fastball right past him. And Taj Bradley, welcome to AAA. Darkest skies get a little bit darker as Kelvin Gutierrez stands in the right-handed box. First baseman leads off the third, swats after the first pitch from Bradley. Shadows being cast from the roof behind home plate, almost halfway to the mound. Pitch on Gutierrez is swinging a high, long bouncer. Up their second portion of this road trip in Memphis on Tuesday. Swing and a miss, and a pitch up around the shoulders. And Gutierrez strike.
Gutierrez did, and he was in swing mode no matter where that pitch ended up.
And good thing for Bradley, because that's on the release. He didn't have any idea where it was going either. But a good thing that Gutierrez had no idea where it was as well. At AA Montgomery this year. In the 1-1 wide, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 is to 1.11. Then he had a worse July. It was 1.20 over the last 2.5 months for Bradley at double. Out, nobody on top of the third inning. And Rene Pinto puts down the sign, and the athletic Bradley brings it home. And an off-speed pitch poked in the air along to create his own moment of drama. Stepped into the spotlight after Cardenas and Tristan Gray got the inning going with 2 outs as Vavra strikes out.
In front of the middle of their order.
So Henderson, a guy who can run. Only 3 steals this year, but he is certainly a threat. And now we'll see how Bradley is holding down the running game. Fastball a little bit low for ball 1. But not only was Bradley an idea about some of the pre-draft workouts that Taj Bradley put together, impressing teams to the point where they saw this raw high school and give him a chance to blossom through the organization. 1-1 strike on Stowers. Henderson, the runner at first, jumps away, and a light throw to first base by Taj Bradley. That was perhaps the biggest year of development in terms of maturity for Taj Bradley, whose character is off the charts. Snap throw to first base by Pinto. The ball kind of bounced, spring back right to him. That was how he did some workouts during the pandemic year. He got his body back in shape. He was 230 going into the pandemic, came out of the pandemic around 210. His pitching weight right now is around 208. But next thing you know, he came back ready for the 2021 season. The velocity on his drive line, no, nothing like that. Just organically happened as his body matured. Henderson's moving. The pitch is missed. Pinto's throw has a shot, and he cannot avoid the tag. Punched out at second base. The tag by Brujan. And Rene Pinto takes care of Gunnar Henderson.
As Henderson is trying to slide in, he tried to get around the tag, but not to be. Brujan is just waiting for him to get to the bag. Great throw.
Through 4 for Taj Bradley. Very likely to be his last in the game. Nottingham next, and then Kelvin Gutierrez. And the wind from Bradley. First pitch fastball a little bit inside for ball 1. So from about the thighs up, Bradley in sunlight. Swing and a miss. 1-1 on Richie Martin. Ball and a strike on Martin. Grounded into a force out in the second inning. And the wind by Bradley. Here's the 1-1. Foul back. There's the 1-2 on the way from Bradley, and Martin swinging a high one hopper to third, landing fair over Proctor, and it rolls down the line. Brujan picks it up, and Martin will just trot into second base with a Baltimore chop double over Proctor's head down at third base. A helpless feeling for Proctor. So now it's Nottingham, the catcher. Right-handed hitter. Bradley out of the stretch. First pitch breaking ball is missed. A slider there from Bradley. Martin stands at second base. A look back by Bradley. And the right-hander's 0-1 pitch is fouled back. Fastball for taking him everywhere, to all the different pre-draft tryouts, driving across multi-states to get him to the Trop, to get him to Kansas City, to get him anywhere he needed to be seen. Ball and 2 strikes on Nottingham. And the pitch is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Nottingham. A look back at second base, and the pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Off speed, up, maybe out of the zone, but Nottingham.
2-strike swing from Nottingham.
5th inning. Reynaldo Ruiz, first base coach for the Bulls, gets out of the dugout. He wants to reposition Cardenas in right field. Strike 1 on the inside corner on Gutierrez. That's all Reynaldo Ruiz. He handles all the defensive positioning when the Bulls are in the field. And that pitch is downstairs, but it was great to hear the explanation. And Bradley looks back at Richie Martin. Decent lead. Here's the pitch. And a fastball up in the zone, chased by Gutierrez. Strike 2.
They'd see what pitch was coming, and it gave me an idea of what I could look for.
1-2 from Bradley. And there's the slider, tipped at home plate foul, juggled and re-caught by Rene Pinto. Senses it's not as prevalent as what it was probably in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Agree, disagree?
Well, the first thing is, I wasn't stealing information. I was gathering it as the game was unfolding.
Perhaps
okay?
I use
intelligence gathering and disseminating amongst the organization than anything else. I think that's what's changed.
Bradley on 2-2. Here's the pitch, and Gutierrez takes strike 3 right down the middle. 95. Velos.
And there is no chance.
And now 3rd time through the order, Terran Vavra. Martin remains at second base. Brujan plays right behind the bag. And Bradley's first pitch fouled away.
He's shown at times a plus breaking ball with that slider.
Running start by Martin toward third, and Vavra swings after.
But he's of no consequence right now. Get the hitter out, and it would be no issue.
2 strike counts on Vavra. And Bradley brings it to the plates. It is a pop fly along the left field line. This will slice into the seats, and it remains 0-2.
Who knows what these kids are thinking these days, Patrick?
Why are you here? I'm teeing it up for you. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3 swinging. Down goes Vavra. And if that's the end of the AAA debut, it's a great finish. Little peek over the shoulder to the radar gun for Taj Bradley. 8th, and that's it for Taj Bradley. And the Bulls a strike away from a 3-game sweep of the Tides. And a share of first place again. Sinagaram, 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging again. 3 straight sliders. Gutierrez is gone. And that's a Bull City victory. And
if you win, you only have to look at one scoreboard, and that's yours on the field. And if you're up, good things are going to happen.